in Denver. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Devin Duvernay to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Williams on the play action. Rolling out to his left. Got a man, it's Colston Loveland. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Off the play fake, Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Williams. On target to Moore. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And now it's 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 14.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. From the red zone on first. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
A draw now. This is Swift. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. 3rd and goal. It's Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears get the game's first points here in the second. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nick stuck with a pass. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Putting a receiver in motion. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 from the 43. Running back sent in motion. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll throw again. Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings them to 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
In motion right is Mims. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ready, ready, behind. I'm up. Captain, 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 captain. Olay, olay, olay. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
A fourth down snap to Nix. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Oh, my son.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Oh, my son. Go, go. Hey. Ready, my son. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
They'll motion the slot man right. Nix from the gun. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Captain, 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 captain. Oh, my son. Ready. Ready, my son.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, my son. Ready. Ready, my son.
Design run, here's Nix. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Oh, my son. Ready. Ready, my son.
He's keeping it, gotta get it forward. Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, my son. Ready. Ready, my son.
Dobbins. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just 1 yard, and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run. And now you got 4th and goal. What are you gonna do?
Ready.
Quick throw is caught. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get their first points of this game just before halftime. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they help him out of bounds after a gain close to 3, so 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Bombers. Ready. My name is Joe.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. Nix now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram looking left side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Huddle. Ready. My name is
Nix to throw again. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Brings up third down and 2.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Shanahan! Almost.
Going for the first with Dobbins. He's officially in enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Captain. Ready. Captain.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Ole. Ready. Motion.
Quickly out to the right. Complete. And this one does not go far.
Complete to Troy Franklin. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9. At the Bears' 37-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Oh my son. Ready.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Oh my son. Ready.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are going to have it back at the 34.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. Now this offense has got a chance to do so.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. Second down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Williams from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Williams off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, here's Swift. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First down. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Williams set to pass. Brought in. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bears to the 4th quarter. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos losing by 7. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Oh, ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ready.
This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Captain. Hold on, set. Ready.
Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers. Captain, 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 captain.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we